Coming up on this episode.
We're not paying anyone, technically.
Is it enough to be a captain if you're just a nice guy?
It could be used to shut me down. Bogue sits at his desk, tinkering with a clockwork puzzle box. Its sides shift in odd ways, gears spinning as the dwarven characters covering its surface fall into place. The box splits in half, opening to reveal nothing. He shuts it, shuffles it up, and begins again, lighting a cigar as he does so. You see, Bogue's had the box for years now, a gift from Zenode, to give him something to do when the nightmares make sleep impossible. Far to the east, our party is returning to the snow-covered surface from the icy caverns below. After defeating the most formidable of Zenode's constructs, the group managed to open and examine an Androphan bunker. Inside were many things, a Blightburn crystal, both familiar and strange materials and magics, but most importantly, a lead. Well, 3 leads to be exact, each to an island, presumably somewhere in the Bedlin Isles. Having finally returned to the surface, we cut to myself describing what awaits the party at the mouth of the ice cave. Perrin and the fairy are still there. Perrin, he wouldn't go too far into the cave because he's quite big. But, he'd be, expectedly waiting.
Well, yeah, because he was just waiting outside, or in the
just
cave,
in the entrance, yep.
away from the cold.
Just a
But
giant
they're there.
cube.
Doesn't seem like anything's changed.
All right, let's...
Can I see the ship from here?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
it's way in the distance.
It's still where you left it.
it's flying away. All
Did
right.
it just now
I see
decided to
taillights disappearing into the
Well, yeah.
clouds.
leave? All of you can vaguely pick up the blitz light.
It's still
No,
nighttime,
you
right?
can't.
What?
It's blocked.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. My apologies.
So I probably couldn't see
that
shit.
blocks that.
Oh, that's
Well,
so
you
nice.
can see the ship.
You can see the ship, you just can't see
You're
anything
the only
on
one
deck.
that can see
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I
You
can
can
say,
see through
okay,
the
you'll-
snow.
That
You
is
can just
so
see-
nice to block that out.
Yep.
Especially in the snow.
So we just get crashed into.
Super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, with all this air traffic.
It could get busy. We could go inside, All right, change guys, the weather, get turn on. it to Let's go. tropics.
So you guys are just mounting up and going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, these 3 are going with me.
Well, yeah, I'm riding the
Those
lizard.
Why? Is something else supposed to happen?
No, I'm just.
A giant
You guys
purple
were
worm.
just talking amongst yourselves. So I was just clarifying.
I say this as I'm getting in the ferry.
Yeah. You guys would go back. Perrin would away. Nothing happened. He's just been waiting. And
Sorry
yeah,
to leave you out in the cold so long, buddy.
it's okay, father. It clearly says it in a way of I'm so fucking cold. You guys get back to the ship. Thress is the first one that sees you guys and immediately just comes up to you.
We're home.
Oh, I'm cold.
I'm feeding Perrin mealworms. Good
Okay.
boy.
They're like
Well,
big.
Phosphorus, do you want to coordinate the efforts to go and get the rest of the mithril?
Oh yeah, we'll move the ship closer first.
Should we rest first?
Well, yeah, but that's part of coordinating the efforts. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to bed. So.
Yeah, we should do
move the
this in
ship
the morning.
closer, rest. Let's move the ship a little closer so we can keep an eye
Yeah,
out
and
there. Well, technically, you guys are still on shift, so Diego and I are going to sleep.
Yes, we are.
All right, is Weck driving?
Well, so do you update the crew at all?
Yeah, I'll start going around talking to the
People that are
as I
awake.
get closer to the mic. I'll start talking to the engineer, start coordinating that part, and then talking to.
The only 2 that are awake currently are Well and Weck. Well, Archy assumably doesn't sleep, but he's still in his room.
Yeah,
And Thresh should be awake.
Yes.
he's in my room.
He's specifically talking about engineers.
Yeah, I'm talking to the engineers first, then I'll go to the more security-oriented personnel.
Yeah, the only one that's awake is Thress right now. But I only bring that up because, conceivably, this is something you can do by morning. You can go get those things if you want. You don't have to, though. You can wait for, daylight and everyone to be awake.
I would. Oh man, I would get the. Let's get the ship close to where the mountainside is, though.
Yeah,
I want
towards
to
the cave
do
entrance.
that first, and then I think I'll actually wait for day.
Okay. You can also park it in a way that would give you some cover from the wind.
Yeah.
It's like, what,
Not a
4
whole-
in the morning?
By the time you get back, it would be 3 or 4.
I'm going to sleep till I get a long rest.
Okay.
I would say, nobody bother me, and then I shut my door.
Is
and
Archie in my
cast.
room still?
Everyone down there's asleep. You just yell.
Slam.
No one bother.
Yes.
Sorry, what did you say?
Is Archie still in my room? Does he have his own room?
He has his own room.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
you
we
told,
discussed he was sharing with 2 people.
But you did.
You
tell him
told
that-
him he could go to your
Yeah.
room.
I've been waiting for you.
I just didn't
Either
know where
way,
he
whether he
actually
did or did not now, he would be in his room now.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So you do have your room, Ben.
But I do shut the door and then I cast a spell.
Okay.
We can keep it a secret. You know what spell I'm talking about. The one Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what that feels like.
Yes. There's literally no way for me to talk about it without, I think, giving it away, but I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're talking
Yes. Yeah. I
Dude,
shut the
just
door
say one word.
and I cast
No.
that spell.
about. Technically, I did say one word, so fuck you. Hello, GM Jack here to explain what Diego and I are talking about. He is casting a spell called Ravenous Portal, which turns a door into a living creature called a Mimic. It looks exactly like a door, but attacks any who try to open it, unless Diego says otherwise when casting the spell, which he does for everyone except Phosphorus. A countermeasure, one might say, against any attempts to mess with Diego while he sleeps. Though unfortunately, the spell only lasts an hour, which passes by uneventfully. Now back to the action.
I would, I guess, let everybody know beforehand. I'd say, I really need this rest. If you feel symptoms of any kind, let me know. I will start the checks again in the morning, or if you feel anything weird at all, just come wake me up. I could stay up too. I
Go
don't
to
know.
bed.
What do you think?
Go to bed.
Thank you.
I'll keep an eye out.
If I don't die in my sleep, I will check all of you in the morning.
So, they go to sleep. Someone would rise long before their time is up. It's only like a couple more hours till that. 3 or 4. So do you want to start getting to work, Phosphorus and Renisteer, on getting that mithril from down there? You can probably get the one destroyed construct that's just like out in the open before the sun comes up, because
Yeah.
it'd be like right by where you would park.
Yeah, and then do you want to escort the people in, and I'll keep an eye out back here?
I can do that.
Okay. And I'm assuming one of the engineers, I guess both of them can go because I can man the ship. I would tell them that there is a construct with 2 mithril cannon arms. I want to make sure we get those as weapons for the ship.
Okay.
Were the construct or were the Androphin? Were they just made of like generic metal, or were they also made of like mithril?
I mean, it was so deconstruct.
It wouldn't be usable.
Even if it was
fair,
something, it would be completely usable. I will tell you, those cannons are completely unusable on the ship unless they are like, they need Sky Shard, not whatever functions they were currently using.
Yep.
To be fired.
But the base is a lot easier to build if we already have everything like kind of pre-made, pre-tooled.
But yeah,
I'm assuming they're taking the ferries in.
Yeah, I was gonna say the easiest way to do this is probably Perrin and the 2 ferries. You could honestly probably get it in one trip because Perrin can carry 100 bulk.
Jesus.
He's yoked.
Yeah, because he's large, so 1 bulk is considered light to him. So,
And real quick, sorry, where are they getting this adamantine from?
they're
Mithril.
getting mithril from
sorry.
all of the destroyed constructs.
Okay. In my
Or
head,
made
for
of
some
mithril.
reason, I was like, I thought the whole thing it was so hard we couldn't excavate it.
No, we're just taking the door.
Yeah.
Just taking the corpses.
You're
of them.
taking the constructs you guys fought and whatever's left of the cannonballs. You are
Cool.
not taking
Okay.
anything from.
Sorry.
I would
that
instruct
thing.
everyone to not go near the door, just as
Okay.
a precaution.
Yep.
Do any of our crew have magic?
Not that you are aware of.
Okay.
I would also, as
Yeah, I don't think
Because
so.
they touched the door on
who was
accident.
left on the ship outside of the sleepy boys?
Thress.
Me.
Okay, then when I'm down there with Archie, I would talk to him.
Archie does not come. He is
Okay, well,
he is
that's
in
what-
his room.
Oh, I see. Well, that's what I was saying.
I think it.
Oh, who is down there? Wait, what? What did
He
you
was
ask?
left on the ship.
I think I would be the one on the ship.
The only other people awake on the ship is Thress and
Yeah. Okay, that's what I meant. Is Archie down there?
Phosphorus.
I should
No,
just-
Archie is not
okay,
down there.
Never mind.
He's not come out of his quarters.
I'll make sure you get the cannonballs that guy shot.
God damn it! Pull out a pickaxe.
Yeah. They're not actually that heavy.
Oh, they're
mithril.
very light.
Yeah, but they're probably like embedded in the wall.
Oh, for sure. And the ground. But yeah,
And that corpse.
by midday, when Diego and Phosphorus would wake up,
Now phosphorus.
Diego and Eamon, Well and Weck can work a little overtime, or they can just, because it would really be only 1 trip. They can just work a little extra and then come up and could have been, because technically they'd be done at 6. But, well, yeah, actually, technically it would change, and it'd be Dreaming Snow and Archie, because like they would switch before the sun would even come up. So I'm dumb. So Well and Weck would go to bed. Archie would not come out, though. He talked about not working, if you don't remember. Paid time off. No, he actually doesn't take anything. But so Dreaming Snow...
So then I'd have to go to pilot the other ship.
Okay. How long would it take?
You get it all done. The day shift is now on. It would take till around noon, and you get it all back on the ship.
Got it.
We can even just say this before, like while we're doing this work. So is the plan after this? I say to Phosphorus, are we going back to the outpost?
I think we should go back to the outpost. We got to get rid.
agree
We got to get rid of some of this mithril, upgrade the ship, bury the body.
My main concern is, has that tablet's range been increased from what you did?
Can I check the tablet?
Yeah, it doesn't appear to have changed in any way. It doesn't appear to be like you can lock onto that island. It appears to just show you an image of the island.
I don't think so, but I think, one, we should go back to the outpost, see if we can get some information on the island.
Okay.
But the other thing is, we have a rough direction we can go in, and we'll just have to sail till we find the islands.
My only concern is just the fact that I'm assuming the tablet can still lock onto here? How are we going to find here?
The tablet can lock onto any Androphan signal once it gets close enough.
Okay.
It is also worth noting, this island you came to, you were directly directed to, and it is on a map by Bogue. So this is a documented island.
I think the part that I said that we couldn't find was the ship that what's his name was on. But
yeah.
We also have somebody doing cartography as we go.
Oh yeah,
I was going to say
that's a good point.
all the information we got about the direction from here and everything, we should tell that to Beulah before we go back, or just so she can work on
I
it.
guess that
as
part
She
is
does
just
have every
assumed.
known map that Bogue has of the Sky Islands, of the Bedouin Isles, so she can start looking for it. Something
So I
similar
guess-
to it.
Once we can pay them, they're worth every penny.
So as you guys get back, I guess I would find Phosphorus and say, before we leave, do you think Archie needs to go see anything down there?
I think that is a choice that Archie should make. He's now a person. I don't think we should be deciding what he wants or...
I mean, we just
Can't
decided
count.
the whole crew is going to go down there and excavate.
Next, we pay them. We're not paying Archie, technically.
We did hire him.
Anyone technically.
We did hire him and interview him, so he wants to do what we tell him.
Do we hire him or do we just take him?
Well, I don't know how it works. Anyway, I think we should at least give him the chance to see it if he wants to.
Yeah,
before he
I think
leaves.
if he wants to, that's perfectly fine. But,
Okay.
I mean, again, that is a different person we hired.
Where are you guys? Am I here? Is this while we're unloading or?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
while you're loading the stuff
Yeah.
back on the ship.
Also,
Why not?
do I look sick?
Yeah, I was going to say that too. As I would have woken up in the morning, could I have checked myself and Diego?
Yeah, I will tell you, you wake up with a little bit of blood in your mouth.
Allergies.
Does Diego?
No.
Snow
Eamon
allergies.
does.
Check Diego over one more time. 29.
Seems good.
You seem okay. You should be fine.
You're not really feeling anything yet, Eamon, but it's pretty clear that something's coming.
Okay.
Well,
It was also just really cold out there. I don't know. It could be anything.
so when I wake
got
up,
TV.
I can make some medicine that can help.
I'm the doctor. I'll check.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
don't
just
take
kidding.
my help.
You can help. You can
Die.
I'll find you two as you.
I don't help you anyway. Runs in his room. Slams it over.
You don't have a door to your room.
Damn it!
I'll check both of you over. Sir Phosphorus.
Yeah, you're missing.
That's a 15.
For me?
Good.
Phosphorus.
Oh, okay.
For Renestier, it's a 21.
You feel confident that they would be showing signs by now?
You taste any blood in your
They're
mouth?
good.
I don't know how that works. No? No.
You've been punched in the mouth enough times, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's more of like syrup.
Do you taste any syrup in your mouth?
Well, I did have pancakes this morning.
Yeah.
Inconclusive.
You're pretty confident that everyone else is good
Great.
except you.
I'll be in my office.
I'm just curious. Did I heal myself?
Yep.
You tried to save. You're trying to
Can I-
save us.
I was worried that was a DC 25 because it's a +5.
Can I make a
so.
vaccine from his blood?
No.
I don't let people take my blood anymore.
Damn.
That's fair.
Hey,
you have a history with
Damn.
that.
I wasn't asking for your consent.
You're trying to save us.
Just Archie gets all these choices.
You also have a history with that. So.
Yeah, we're not paying you either.
You're trying to
Okay.
save us from what you couldn't save yourself from.
So,
I was going to go then, before all that started, ask Archie if he'd like to see down there. in
yeah,
the
so you can go
cavern.
to his
I'll knock on the door.
cabin. Yeah. You hear him get up, open the door. There he is.
Hi, Archie.
Hello.
How has the laying down treated you so far?
Interestingly.
Well, I don't mean to bother you. We did find a lot of things off ship inside a mountain. A lot of old Androphan things that Zenode, the main thing that Zenode was looking for. But we're most likely going to be leaving here for a while, sometime very soon. So if you'd like to go down yourself and lay eyes on it, you're
I
more than
would.
welcome. We can send people to accompany you.
I would, if
Okay.
it is okay. Is it dangerous?
A little bit, yes. You could possibly get sick from being down there. I could check you over when you get back, and it shouldn't be anything so debilitating that it would kill you. Between myself and Phosphorus, I think we could handle it. As I spit into my handkerchief and put it back.
Yeah, I would like to go.
Okay, sounds good. Why don't you come up on deck then, and we can see who
Yeah.
can go with you.
He'll come up. He'll kind of like shoot a glance at all the broken construct bits. Just like, not in a way of like, how could you kill my brothers or anything like that, but in a way of like,
I could
You know.
use those.
they're made by the same
If
person.
you tell
he
anyone
is,
we're not
and-
paying you, you're next.
Yeah.
That's what these
all
guys
very
do.
similar. in
You know,
sense.
you could sell for a pretty penny there.
I guess Diego and I are on shift now.
Mhm.
So, Diego, who do you think should go with Archie down? I'm happy to go if you don't need me up here, but it's up to you.
I don't care. Are you sure you want to go, Archie? It is dangerous.
How dangerous?
Well,
I told him he
He's-
could get sick.
he's coughing up blood. It's a whole thing.
Well,
He'll
he
probably
he said
treat
I'm not
you.
coughing, but I'm
Oh,
coughing.
it's just it's dripping.
It's just in my mouth sometimes.
Important distinction.
I don't know. I'm just saying you could always come back. We will be coming back at some point.
It will most likely be just as dangerous next time.
Yeah, maybe it won't. Who knows?
It's been dangerous for thousands of years. Anyway,
Did we tell you about the tablet thing?
No.
it might be, yeah. We can just tell you about what we saw, or you can go see it yourself, or both.
I'm not trying
Fine by me.
not trying to necessarily dissuade you. I'm just giving you all the information so you can make an informed decision.
Can you tell me what you saw, and then I will decide?
Just show him the light
Oh
rider
yeah.
photo.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
that's a great idea.
That's not the same thing as getting close and analyzing it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is it
It's
is
something.
way better than just verbally saying
Yeah.
it.
It's
And
just
also, if you want to verbally explain some of the stuff.
I would
we
both talk through it. Yeah.
I would explain that like what the console said and
I wish Phosphorus was here. He could really explain some of this a lot better than us. But
I would just explain what the console said and what the like we're getting maps to these places or images of these places and what's there.
the elven ears and the tie to the ancient elves, perhaps.
He says, it's just a hypothesis. After learning all of that. But from what I understand, a logical assumption for me is that this key is whatever that slot is filled by.
In the teleportation circle.
Yes.
That seemed reasonable.
But I think, considering the possible danger, I will wait.
Okay.
I have faith we will
It's-
be back.
It's totally up to you.
It
but-
sucks because that's probably the one part he can't see it through the photo because it's like behind everything. So we can just explain it, but
Yeah, you did explain it.
you
Yeah.
can't really see that part. Okay. It's fine by us. Just wanted to give you the option.
How you opened it? He looks to you, Eamon.
Yeah, it responded to my magic. So sort of brought it to the surface almost. I can still go back and open the door and close
You
it,
would have had to go,
but me or the lantern.
I guess.
Well, you have yet to confirm that it could open it, but yeah.
I'd sever my hand and send it with someone.
Yeah,
He will-
give yourself injury and sickness.
Archie will look at you, Aben, and he will say, "May I inspect you?"
Sure.
Okay. Gives you once over. I do not know why you could open it.
It's because of his magic.
Well, yes, but why his magic?
Because it's magical.
It also seemed to have a similar reaction. We didn't test it all the way to the point of opening the door, but it seemed to react similarly to the lantern that Renistir wears, which has divine magic.
But it didn't react to Renistia, who also has divine magic.
Yes.
Is this lantern special?
Yes, it's Anahel, correct?
Name pending. Yeah.
Anahel name pending lantern.
Yeah. I don't mean to sound ignorant. Are you one of or related to in any way a divine?
No, I've talked to one.
Are you sure?
I don't think I'm related to one.
When you say related, you mean blood related, or do you mean
I worship a divine.
not that?
I'm unsure.
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten a few cryptic sayings here and there that point to perhaps my magic having something to do with the divine at some point. But I mean, that's
Could be.
connecting a lot of dots that aren't even there.
Yeah.
So that's a bit
makes
of a
sense.
stretch. As far as I know, I could explain to you the ins and outs of my magic at some point, but not quite the same as Renistir's lantern, for sure.
I just know little of you, so I wanted to clarify.
Well, thank you for the information. Like I said, this isn't me bringing you back to work sooner than you want to. You're welcome to come back to your quarters if you like.
I
but
would like to work again.
right now?
Is it your shift right now? I guess it's the beginning of
not.
our shift.
You'll have to check the schedule downstairs
His-
in the galley.
He works 24/7
Oh yeah, that's
because he
right.
doesn't need to sleep.
Is it your shift
So
right now?
He's a
24/10.
engineer during the day, and
Oh
then
God,
he's,
do we have to pay you overtime
he's
now?
the watch at night.
It's not time and a half.
Starts asking for benefits.
Turn that key the other way.
Speaking of the key, he does say, he kind of pops it out of his back, and he says, "I no longer require this."
Oh, perfect.
Though I would posit, hypothetically, it could be used to shut me down.
Yeah, don't put it in because actually, I don't know what's more suspicious because it's the fact that it's a self-turning key that people would get upset.
I'll
Never
hold
mind.
it for you.
So what?
I said I'll carry it for you if you don't need it anymore.
I would like to keep it. It could be used to shut me down.
Yes. Also, I mean, do what you want with it. Maybe it would be safer with somewhere that's not immediately by you, if that makes sense.
Why would that be safer for me?
If someone wanted to shut you down who isn't one of us,
I understand. He holds out the key.
I'll take it.
He gives the key to you. He also can explain that the self-turning mechanism is on him, not the key itself.
Oh.
So the key just slots in, and then the place it slots into self-turns it. So that could be removed conceivably. You could also conceivably remove the key slot if you wanted to not have a way to shut him off. He would probably like that.
You would prefer that.
But
Well,
Can I have a not die switch? Thank you.
Archie, you're welcome to start work back as soon as you'd like, just resuming your previous duties.
should I talk to everyone about my state? I told Dreaming Snow, I believe is her name.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Sure.
I apologized for yelling ahoy.
Oh.
Speaking of which,
You are in a ship. It's okay.
It's true.
I-
It is on brand.
I can yell ahoy.
Yes.
I will not yell it. I can say it.
You could say
Well,
it
you
all,
can.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of yelling when we're up on top of the deck and the
The
wind's
wind,
blowing, and
Mm-hmm. I would like that.
so I wouldn't just say it's a flat rule that you can't yell, but maybe sometimes use your inside voice.
Like when you're inside.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Novel concept.
Well,
He was born yesterday.
I will go to my duties.
I'm glad we're not jumping right to explaining what love means
Yes.
this time round.
Speaking
We're saving
of
that
which-
for a while.
Yeah, it might be pretty clear that he's probably well aware of that to some degree, considering
He's
he's
been
mourned
around.
for a couple days.
We're
He's
gonna-
Day, but-
We're going to cover
around.
up our emotional trauma by using you. You're our new robot child.
Before or after you unload, whoever has the tablet, I assume, would want to talk to Beulah and or Thress about that. Maybe lead Beulah
I
to
guess
start
I
with
can.
the maps.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'd be down there by the maps, we'll say.
All right. I'll walk up to her.
Hi.
Hi. So we found some things.
Okay.
I'll just slam the tablet down the table. All right, so this is
Great.
an Androfan tablet. If you tap top left, this is an island we need to go to. Top middle is an island, and top right.
Okay. She
The-
looks at it, and you can see the wheels turning in her head. She kind of mutters to herself a bit, and she's like, think of the maps you could make if they were like that. She's like picturing a map
Yeah.
projected in 3D.
Well, this is probably the technology to do that.
Can I... She like motions, just like mess
Knock
around.
yourself out. Just try not to break it.
I just
Okay.
imagine
Also-
Beulah in the future has a Google image truck or a Google Maps truck.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Well, I mean, 3D maps do exist. They're just like
Yeah.
very
weird.
A globe.
Well, no, just like terrain.
Yeah.
Building.
terrain map.
What is this concept?
The
What
top,
is this ball map?
the top left is to
Good
the
name for it.
north of us, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, north. The middle one is
South.
to the south, and the right one is to the east of this mountain.
Okay. Is there one you would like me to try to find first? It would probably be... That's not her voice. Is there one you would like me to try first? I will do better if I have a focus.
Probably, honestly, we're going back to Outpost 1, I think, first. So,
Which is what direction?
west.
West. Yeah, west.
Yeah, we'll be going west first. We're going to Outpost 1. If you can try to figure an idea which one's closer based on the maps you already have. I doubt you might be able to do that, but
So I... okay.
So either north or south is what
yeah.
Okay.
what would be closest. I'm not there. I'm saying
Yeah.
this out of game.
She said, which one should I focus on? And you said, well, figure out which one's closest and focus on that one. He's like, well, I don't know what to focus on.
When
Yeah,
encouraging
she'll do her
people to
best.
learn, I like to give them challenges
Yeah.
to solve.
Yeah.
You like to not
Whatever.
give a shit about
Not
what you
answer
just
the
said.
question.
I like to give them a mountain to reach for.
Are you the boss that says we all the time? How are
No.
we going to do this?
I do things and you do things.
Okay, is there anything you would like to do before you head back to Outpost 1?
Can I actually I'm sitting there with Beulah.
Uh-huh.
Can I actually say something else?
Mhm.
So, sorry, we never really talked at all.
Uh-huh. You're kind of scary. I didn't think you'd be the scariest of the four of you, but you are.
Is it because I don't talk?
Yep. And sometimes you, she like tries to look like you look, and it's just like a scowl and a squint.
She turns into a rat.
Yeah. Polymorph.
You're a shapeshifter.
I do magic the whole time, but yeah. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, you
Mhm.
said you worship Sansamel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you choose to worship him? Why'd you choose to worship the Nameless?
I have always liked learning things, and I work best when I have something to work towards. So, well, it was a loose worship, and then I learned about Zenode and his work, and then I kind of made that my thing, so to speak. I've never really been one for prayer, but that's why I kind of like Sansamel, because it's not really like that. It's just find a thing you want to figure out and figure it out.
Can I, from talking to her, can I try to figure out if she is hiding anything? I guess just in this conversation.
I'll roll for you.
Okay.
I am Sansamel.
Could be.
Could be.
But then we'd know the name.
I mean, she seems just as sheltered as she appears to be.
Okay.
Less so now, a little bit, kind of tearing away. But yeah,
Well, if you need any help with the Android tablet, just it'll probably be in the engineering room.
okay. I do speak it, so I understand it.
Yeah.
I learned it, so
Good.
okay. I didn't mean that to brag. I just
You're-
it's
it's fine.
Okay, cool.
I walk to the engineering room.
Okay,
And I will try to finish his arm.
Gil.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Crafting check.
I would, once that's wrapped up, chat with Diego a bit
Mhm.
on the top deck.
Just give me the crafting check quick. We'll do the.
That is 27.
Yeah, you can finish it by the time you go to bed.
Oh, if I did that, then once their conversation's done, I'm going to go talk to Eamon.
Well, have you made any work on this?
Yeah, I rolled for it before.
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
you rolled for it before, but you never got the chance to do
Oh,
it.
shit,
yeah,
you're right.
I forgot.
Yeah.
No.
So no, then.
You would make progress.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm assuming I'd get it done before we make it back to Outpost 1.
For sure.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry.
So I guess as Archie goes away to do his
Yeah,
get back to work.
Yeah,
When is
he goes
this?
to work.
So the conversation kind of starts to dwindle. We're like, well,
Yeah,
get
Diego's
back to work.
Diego just Diego would just I don't know what time of day is it.
We just started our shift at
we
noon.
just started.
Yeah, like noon or 1.
Yeah, I would just go up to the bow and
To remind everyone, it's still really cold and the storm is still raging.
and we're
Bloodsport
heading.
helps,
we're
but-
starting to head back now. Yeah,
Are you?
We haven't decided to set sail yet. We can.
I would like to set sail.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
You
to
are the
stay
captain.
for. Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, so you're not the captain.
Someone tell everyone to set sail.
Yes, set sail.
Ahoy.
Who's on? Archie, before you leave, let's get everybody going. Set sail.
Okay.
We're going back to Outpost 1.
Okay.
I'll
I'll tell everyone. When
You can say ahoy while you tell them to. It's fine. I just go up to the bow and just lean over and start drinking some wine.
Wait, Diego. I'll just catch up to you,
Mhm.
like follow you up the steps. So back to Outpost 1. You have to remind me, do we have a way to get news of Zenode back? I feel like that should be addressed before we go
cast
island
sending.
chasing.
Well,
I've never seen it.
so
I've told you
I had a whisper in my ear, said something, but I'm going to ignore it. She's familiar with the 3 that run Outpost 1. I'm sure they can get a message there for us.
Because, I technically have a way to get a message to her as well. Do you know how she would prefer a message? Just like a random letter being like, found him, he's dead, that's it? Or was she expecting something more at
I
all?
would assume she would prefer something a little more well-written than that, but I don't think she ever mentioned specifically
Okay.
what she wants, but
just news of his life or absence of it.
yes, we just probably pen a letter saying that he's dead.
And then that job is over.
Yes,
we
that
get to
this-
keep the ship.
Yes. I'm trying to think back.
Was this a forever gift? Or
Yes, the ship is ours.
Yeah, the ship was the payment for doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably tell her that we're going to continue his work, and we'll keep her updated if she so desires.
Okay. Well, are you going to be here for the rest of the shift?
No, probably.
Okay.
I don't have anywhere else to be. I throw an empty bottle of wine off the side and just pull another one out of my sleeves.
Okay. Well, I'll be seeing you then.
Yes, probably.
Shove him off.
He could fly. It'd just be a little bit of a jump scare. And very cold. Yeah, okay. I'll make my way actually down to my office to start treating my disease.
Okay. Yeah. 100%.
That would be my first order of business, I believe.
Yeah.
Before I start go.
Your hair's falling out.
Whenever I wake up, I can give you a vaccine, which will give you a +2 to those treatments.
Cool. If this doesn't work, I'll just keep doing this till you are awake.
Or until you're dead.
Or until I'm dead.
Yeah,
I
give
keep
me
failing
a-
and failing and failing and failing.
Give me a medicine check.
any circumstance because I know what it is or I'm in my office supplies? No? Okay. 27.
Okay. Your next save against this check is made with a +2 circumstance bonus. For context, you're taking the treat disease action on a critical success +4 circumstance bonus on your next saving throw. Success +2, critical failure -2 circumstance.
Okay. Am I able to tell what stage the disease is from my 27 medicine check?
Yeah. It has not even really come on yet.
It's like just touched the surface almost.
Yeah. It's like it will be coming on in the next couple of days, your best guess. The little bit of good news is that it doesn't, you seem to be like, could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be super severe. Okay. Essentially, you caught as little of it as you could catch while still catching it.
Okay.
And hopefully be pretty treatable.
Okay.
And you'll pass some fortitude saves.
Yeah. Who's piloting now?
Dreaming Archy. Archy is.
Archie's piloting.
Archy.
Okay.
Because Dreaming Snow's in the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't think there's anyone else I need to chat with while our shift goes. I can't think of anyone.
So you are...
Sorry, before I go to bed, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now.
Okay.
I just remembered it now.
Yes.
I am going to spend, let's see here, 10 minutes to cast Nightmare. And
On?
Wander.
Okay.
It's going to be Agni having a deep personal conversation with her for the
Okay.
entire nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Okay.
Hello, GM Jack here with a quick spell explanation. So basically, Nightmare causes its target to sleep horribly by giving them, well, nightmares. How horribly they sleep is dependent on a will save, with the target having bonuses to said save if the caster has never met them before. However, Phosphorus has most definitely met Wander, so no bonus for her. Now back to the action. Okay.
It's just my attempt to pay back for her pawning Agni off on me.
Fair enough.
Could I... Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're good. Well, actually, I was going to go to Diego.
Yeah.
While you're sleeping or before?
No, I'd be like that. Yeah,
While we sleeping.
Well, I'm getting confused because we keep going back to like before this happened. So I'm getting confused
we're about to
where
do
we
a
are.
long time of travel. So at shift change.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
cool.
say.
Sorry, I was just
Because we have
confused.
started traveling.
Yes.
And it is the 8th day of last freeze.
Yeah,
We
you start
started
traveling
our
in the
travel.
middle of the 8th day.
And it was a 4-day travel, right?
It's like 3.5. I don't remember exactly.
Well, we left. I can't remember if we left on the 3rd day, but we landed on the 7th.
You're 300 miles away from Outpost 1 from where you are now.
Because it was either 3 or 4 days. But
Beulah can chart a course. Right now, she's busy looking for the island. Would you rather her stop doing that?
we don't really have to be in a hurry
Getting back?
Yeah.
getting back.
So just have her keep making progress on that?
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
say that's something she's rolling for each day she does that. She makes progress on trying to locate.
It's significantly
these
less
islands.
urgent now that we know our
Destination.
job.
Yeah.
His
Yep.
body's in my office.
Yeah.
And then
the
give
man we were
me
looking for is
a...
Oh, yeah.
flat-
That's also what we have to
We
do is
could-
get rid of the body.
Just
Toss him off the edge.
There's a crematory at Outpost
Give
1.
me a flat 11 check. If it's 11 or higher, the wind's at your back for this journey.
Nat 20.
Yeah, it's at your back. So this will basically take, you move 96 miles a day for this journey. So you'll get there a little after midday. The
11th day?
3. Yep. The 11th day. The
Which
first
is
day of the
start
second
of a
week.
new week, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
A Monday.
first service is coming up. Get ready. Get ready, all you believers.
All the pamphlets are being passed out.
Again, you're not there yet. We're on the first night. It's becoming the 9th day of the month. And Renestier is finding Diego.
Yeah.
Are you still at the bow of the
Yes,
ship? Okay.
absolutely.
Yep.
So when do you add on a new beverage to tea?
What are you referring to? And
I look at all the bottles like around you.
There's no bottles around
Oh yeah,
me.
because you keep throwing.
There's no bottles around me until I like slink my hand down and like 4 empty wine bottles
Yeah.
drop
One just,
out of
like,
my sleeve.
Slowly rolls up to my foot.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do that when I consciously do it. I don't know how it fell out on accident.
Well, magic's crazy when you're drunk, I'd imagine.
That's true.
Is there a reason you've been drinking?
The good old classics I don't like feeling.
Well, I guess I just realized that when I came up to see what you and Phosphorus had been up to, it was a little bit heated, and we really hadn't talked much since, before all that unfortunate business happened. Is that why you're drinking?
Diego takes a really long pause. He says, not particularly.
Can I see if he's lying?
Yeah.
Wait, a +1. Was it perception?
Yes.
What was your question specifically?
My question was if basically I implied Umbra was the reason you were drinking.
No.
Or are you just saying that? Or in game or out of game?
We'll roll.
You said no with no accent,
Yeah.
so I'm I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
No, natural 20.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like I'm lying about that. I thought you had already rolled.
Okay. So just, is being a ship captain not all it's cracked up to be? Seems like it's perfect role for you.
You'd think, right? I mean, why, though?
Why what?
Why would I be a captain?
Do you feel you're not up to the task?
What am I up to? Really? I mean, what? I don't know. Eamon has his thing and Phosphorus has his thing. You have your thing. What do I bring to the table?
Well, you got a solid slap, I'll give you that. But besides that, I mean, goals aren't necessarily something that happen in a chronological order. Some people are born with dreams and aspirations straight from the get-go, and that kind of guides them on their path in life. I mean, for me, I literally had to die before I found it. I wasn't very religious before. I just had a tenacity to corruption. Growing up I grew up in the same city that you did. Seeing so many people who were in leadership positions use that power to oppress people they're supposed to protect just drove me mad. It felt antithetical to everything that made sense to me. But I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. I give you a hard time, and I give Phosphorus a hard time, but in actuality, that comes from a place that I see quite a lot from both of you, that I think you can achieve things that could shake this earth to its very core, for better or worse. And quite frankly, you have, as much as you try to bury it behind either a very joking or sarcastic demeanor, or sometimes alcohol, you have a very big heart that beats in your chest. And I think that is, at first I was very apprehensive to you, because I saw you as just another street corner trickster who would steal and make their way by, but not really hope for any much better. But I think you and I are more similar than I ever would have anticipated. I think you saw a lot of things you hated in our city. I think you hate when people are hurt in a substantial way. And, I can argue that stealing from them is harming them, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think you've done anything that terrible. I think you care about people in a very real sense, more than anyone here. And I think it hurts you when people hurt or have their lives cut short. And that is why I think you're captain. It's not necessarily that you have a bedrock of morals founded from some faith or belief. I think you care about people, even if you try to hide it sometimes.
I mean, is it enough to be a captain if you're just a nice guy?
I think it goes beyond that. You have convictions. No? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
You clearly, I read it wrong at the time, and for that I apologize. But, I mean, you and Gil, for instance, I think you wanted him to see that you were not enemies. I don't think that comes from a place of somebody who's just trying to push their weight around. If anything, and Phosphorus asks, I didn't say this, but I think you're the exact type of leader that people need.
When I was signing the contract for this job, and I was able to put words into the contract that I was able to put myself as captain and Phosphorus as the cabin boy. I don't know why I did it. The cabin boy thing was very funny. I know I did that. But the captain, I don't know. When you talk about being a captain of a ship, I mean, wouldn't Eamon do a better job than I would? What is it? I don't know. I just look at this crew and look at these people, and we've been with them for a very short time, but I can already see the potential in all of them, and I just don't know if I can do them justice. I mean, if people need martial training, they look to you. If they need something fixed, they look to Phosphorus. If they need medical help, they look to Eamon.
And if somebody needs somebody.
If somebody needs a good liar, then they come to me. I mean, what value do I add?
You have the potential, as a great leader should have, to have a firm hand when you need it. Sometimes literally. That's, again, mean slap. But also a soft shoulder and a listening ear for people to listen to. And maybe when you put your name on that contract to be captain, I think deep down you wanted to push yourself to do something bigger than before. And sometimes I could come up with many reasons of why each of us would give different perspective or opportunity or advantages for being a captain, but I don't think people have as much of an understanding of people as you. You've been around them. You know how they work. I mean, even if sometimes you even fleece people, that takes an understanding of people to do that. I think you have a better understanding of people than any of us here. Eamon's a very charismatic person, but I think even he sometimes can get lost in his own struggles. He has definitely gotten more iron-willed over the past couple of years due to everything that's gone on. But every ensemble of people needs that bedrock of care, or else this just turns into a military outfit. But I don't think that is ever what we were aiming for with the people that we've gathered here. So without you, we lose that human element in a lot of ways.
Perhaps.
I just... I could see that if any of these crew members were in trouble, you would be the first to throw yourself by my side, probably, to protect them. You may be somebody who can hit hard, but it is, in your way, a defense of other people.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a place where I've really belonged.
So you made one. Got the top hat on top and everything. I mean, we still have to get to know a lot of these people here, but as much as I need to be as to play my role as the level-headed stoic type who's not very good at talking to people, we also need the zany theatrical captain to raise everyone's spirits. So if I were in charge, as much as I'm really looking forward to that service. We got a great show for everyone. I can't bring that value of uplifting. I mean, I can talk to people, but sometimes just talking to somebody and trying to, pick apart what's making them hurt isn't what's going to help them. Sometimes they need to look to this beacon of joy and life. And then with some moments of darkness for all of us aside, you've always been that for us. And I said it before, under a very intense situation, but I'll say it again. I consider you like a brother, much in the same way that I consider both Phosphorus and Eamon. We all make mistakes, we all get angry at each other, that's true. I don't think that's ever going to go away. If anything, that's just a mark of how close we've all gotten. But you definitely have a place here.
Diego is definitely holding back tears. Well, I guess things would be a bummer if you were the leader.
I would agree with that. Much less stylish, we'll say. Although I did kill you even gave me my signature style with that powdered wig, so...
I mean, honestly, I thought we should bring that back.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe during service, we don the wig again.
I may actually attend.
Well, they're more than welcome to, but for what it's worth, my door is always open, and as part of the time I've given you in the past, I want you to know I do care, and I'm always open to listen and talk. Or maybe we'd split one of those wine bottles one of these times.
Maybe.
Or you can have it, I don't know. But regardless,
we're actually almost out.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have a lot of mithril, but maybe just tone it back a bit. I don't know what's going to be coming up here, and I don't know how well being drunk would help.
Well, I think my shift is up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess I'll turn in for the day. And I
all right.
Walk a few steps, and then I look back, and I'm like, thank you.
Always.
I guess as the shift's ending, I'd probably go find Phosphorus.
Mm-hmm.
This might also be a bit of a conversation, depending on how it goes. I never know with Phosphorus. So we'll see.
That is completely fair.
It's kind of a roll of the dice. I just find you as we're changing shifts, be like, hey, do you want to come to my office, help figure out maybe a vaccine of some kind, or
Yeah.
go from there? Okay. I don't know how that works. We go to my office, I guess, and I'm like, I have all the medical supplies you might need. I've
Cool.
never
I
made a
reached in my
vaccine.
pocket and just stabbed you in the neck with a syringe.
You could have warned me. How'd you jump all the way up? God.
Is there anything in it?
That's a vaccine.
You don't have a vaccine for Blightburn.
I have a general vaccine, which is +2.
Correct.
To my
The
save.
vaccine for Blightburn,
What-
it grants immunity.
What? Yeah, you don't have that yet.
So while it's happening,
but
I
what
should try
kind
to
of
make
bonus
this
is that?
It's an item bonus.
Okay, so it would apply.
Yeah.
We'll stack it with. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna try to forget that happened and
Oh
address
shit, that
what's
was the
happening.
LSD one.
Oh god.
so what do you guys are trying to make a vaccine?
I want to try to make a vaccine for this.
Well,
Well, so a couple things. One, he isn't actually showing any symptoms yet.
Fuck.
So there's no use currently.
Isn't
Two,
there blood in his mouth?
that's not a short form thing or an easy thing.
That's fair.
So
Well, I should probably try to save him first.
right now we're just trying to get my
Yeah, that's
saves good.
yeah, you're not making a save yet.
Okay.
Well, if you do,
Different diseases had different time frames to make saves.
12 hours
And-
isn't.
that's fair.
No, you
Shit,
technically
okay.
are yet to show symptoms. Once the symptoms come on,
Then
and I
I
tell you
do
what
it.
those are, you will make that
Okay.
save.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I will.
But when you do, you get a +2.
yes, we get a +4 technically now. 'cause of your
The
medicine
duration.
and
The
his.
duration is 1 week.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen before.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess once I start, if I
Two
start
very different heart to hearts.
showing symptoms, it's fine. Mind if I check you real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Eamon's also
I'm not
holding
going to stab
vaccines.
you. GM, that's an @1.
I am sick.
He's
So,
as
12.
healthy as you've ever seen him.
You are looking great.
I reached out with my metal hand. Thanks.
Well, I was actually about to ask, how have you? I mean, you came into kind of a whirlwind of activity.
Honestly, it's better if I just
You've-
keep working.
I don't mean to make you talk about it if you're not, if that doesn't help, but physically wise, you seem to have put on a little bit of like healthy weight and things
Yeah.
seem okay.
When you
Like,
don't just eat like watery stew constantly, it
Yeah.
does kind of help.
yeah. Are you sleeping okay and everything?
Yeah, actually, it's a lot easier to sleep in the engineering room. It's a lot more open.
I guess, and you can always wake up and work
Yeah,
whenever you need to.
there's things to do.
Do you
That-
think, other than just gathering more mithril and solving the mystery, do you think it's worth finishing Zenode's work? Not that it shouldn't be finished, but us doing it?
I think that
I'm just
I think
having
this
a hard
started
time
with
it.
us back in Koi, and I hate to leave things unfinished.
We kind of found what those were up to, though. I mean, it'd be like if I don't know, elves were the ones troubling us. So now we have to go find what all the elves are up to. It doesn't sound like all the androids are doing anything, right? As far as like a whole.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
I just
I mean, I know part of that was with Shintami, but there was a lot of strange things with those androids.
I just mean, I know you two were running a shop and doing other things as well that were important, definitely. Ren and I were doing a lot of good back in Wakuzana, helping a lot of people that were actually in need and doing what felt like a whole lot of good. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see everyone and happy to help in ways I can, but spending the next however long just trying to finish an old man's studies for the sake of learning
Aren't you
more
guys
about
hunting
androids.
someone down that's also out here?
Ren is. And I'm learning about perhaps an oracle, I guess, that might be out here somewhere on these islands.
Well, there you go.
But
we each
after
have
a
a job
cer-
to do here.
Well, I'm not going to divert too much. I can't just fly off my own to find an oracle. But
With how our luck goes in the past, chances are all these things are going to be connected somehow.
yes, I'm just simply saying if this goes on for months and months, there's going to have to be a point where, at least I, for myself,
Doesn't this also hit a bigger target for you, though?
I don't know.
No, I mean, imagine.
I don't know what the Imagine have to do with any of this.
I think it has to do a lot with this.
Could you explain?
Well, just from a basic connection, they have automatons. Automatons are used by androids. They may have more of these bunkers in the Imagine Empire. They could have more information than any of us.
I don't know if
And
I'm
I know you asked for information on the head.
Yeah. I like to learn about those things. I like to do them all while I'm still. I don't know. All I mean is my work up until now for the past 3 years has been boots on the ground helping people. The reason it's been to do with the Magin is because they've been fleeing the Magin. I'm not going to fight the Magin. I'm not going to infiltrate the Magin. I'm simply just trying to pick up the pieces of the lives that have fallen apart because of it. And I can't do that if I'm up in the clouds chasing history books.
Well, with the technology that the androids have, they could help you do all that. And you fighting the Magin might not be a choice.
I hope it doesn't come to that. And I tapped the circlet on my head.
I hope so too.
I know that's
Wait
all a
until we're ready.
possibility, and I know there's a chance of all of it happening. It's just hard to, I don't know, to hedge my bets on a lot of ifs and maybes and what ifs. It's just, I don't know. I'll have to find out more, I guess, but
I think finding out about these androids is going to help more people than you think it will.
I hope so.
Plus, who knows? There might also be more Umbra lines, and we know how dangerous those were.
Yeah, that's why it's, yeah. Anyway, I'll let you get to your shift. I was just,
Also,
you don't have to let people know I'm thinking that. I'm just
no problem.
assessing.
Also, have you ever taken a look at Gil's arm?
No, would you?
It's horrifying.
I saw you looking at it a bit. I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, he pretty much nailed it in himself.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm almost finished with his new arm. I'm going to need your help fixing that.
yeah. There's probably a lot of infection in there. I'm surprised he's lived this long. How long has he had that in there?
Not too long. Like a week or
Yeah,
two.
like a couple days before you guys
Yeah.
left. So like a little over a week.
Okay, he could be dead very soon. I need to find him.
We just go, there's like pulsating. And like,
Yeah.
pus.
Does he work this shift?
I think
No.
he's during the day, isn't he?
Yeah. So he's asleep.
He's asleep right now. I'm going to go. We don't have to like.
I mean, I'm almost done with his arm. If you just want to wait till I'm done with that. Or you want to get
I'd
it off?
rather not.
Hey, you're the doctor here.
Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go knock on his door. It's good. Thank you for the vaccine. And I'll knock on the door
Uh-huh.
of
Yeah.
Gil. No answer.
Phosphorus just goes back to hiding behind his door with a needle.
Yeah. Well, Gil might need a vaccine
Phosphorus,
too.
I need something. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You've known this for days.
Gil would come to the door. He'd open it up a little groggy-eyed.
Hey, Gil.
Howdy.
How are you feeling?
All right. Why?
My arm
Should I be
hurts.
feeling bad?
Can I see your shoulder?
Oh. Yeah.
Just a quick, I guess I flick light to my wand and just kind of look. Does it look like there's any kind of infection spreading or just any kind of thing I could address?
It looks like he takes really good care of it, as if he's aware of how dangerous it might be. So it doesn't look like anything currently. You definitely would want to be the one to essentially when he takes this out, it's like taking a rod out of himself. So it's just going to be like an open hole in him.
Yeah.
So you would want to treat that as soon as it comes out.
Did you clean all that before you nailed it in?
Yep, in the fountain.
In the public
Yep.
fountain?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I supplied you with the medical kit before we left.
I've been using it.
How often have you needed to use it?
I clean it every day.
Clean the shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. Walk me through how you do that quick.
He would.
Okay.
I mean,
If he just seems like a basic level of
yeah.
field medic or
Uh-huh.
whatever,
Yeah.
first aid.
Yes. He knows the basics of medicine, as honestly most people who don't live in a settlement in the Antarctic Expanse kind of have to stay alive.
Yeah.
The main thing that is surprising to you is that there is no way this isn't super painful. And
Yeah.
you haven't picked up on that at all from Gil, which is either two things.
He's tough or his nerve endings are fried.
Yeah, it's either so painful it's it doesn't hurt anymore, or he's just used to it or whatever. But like I said, the main thing is you want to treat the wound after it's out. But at least currently, it doesn't seem like anything too crazy is going on. Definitely something if it went a long time without being taken care of. But like I said, it seems like he's been pretty aware of how
Okay.
patchwork
Sure.
this has been, and he's done his best
Yeah.
to keep it.
Yeah. If anything comes up, you should really speak up. I know you've been on your own for so long, but there's people here to help you. If it please let me know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And when it's time to
Daniel
switch over,
talking about that.
don't do it just with Phosphorus. He's very capable, but it'd be nice, the more the merrier.
Alrighty.
By the way, do you feel this? I tap where the shoulder's connecting to the thing with my wand.
He says, no. Why don't you roll perception?
That's a 14.
Look, I felt it. You just gave me the talk. Yeah, it hurts real bad. Yep. Sorry.
Okay, here. I just write out like a little list of how to make this essentially just like a soothing tea with like leaves in it that would be kind of a painkiller almost.
Yeah,
for
sure.
It won't taste good. I guess Baptiste Fontaine will probably make it taste good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just take this to the kitchen.
He looks to the bed. He shares a room with him. Baptiste is like sprawled out sleeping.
Sorry, Baptiste will probably make it taste good.
Yeah.
Give it to him in the
He
morning.
sleeps like a rock. It's incredible.
Great. Give it to him in the morning, and he should be able to keep you supplied.
Yeah. All right.
He lives for one thing.
He'll take it and he'll thank you. And he says, now that we're kind of out in the open about it, did Phosphorus mention when the new one's going to be ready?
He said a couple days.
All right.
Is that what you said?
No.
I feel like you said it should be done in a couple days.
It should be said soon.
Oh, he said soon. Forgive me.
All right.
Not.
Well,
Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask him. His feelings won't be hurt if
I
you
will.
check in. He was the one that told me I should come check on you, so he knows how
All right.
dire your circumstances.
Tell him he can wake me up as soon as it's done. If I am sleeping.
Okay.
I haven't slept for 2 years.
You have that good. You have that good blue collar way of not showing how you're feeling.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Well, sleep tight if you can, and I will let Phosphorus know to get you as soon as it's ready.
All righty. Have a good night.
You too.
I'll speak up more. When
Absolutely.
I'm injured.
Good night,
Should I
man.
have a hole in my stomach?
Yeah.
I keep eating, but I'm never full.
But yeah.
I would pass that along to Phosphorus before I go to sleep.
Yeah. He jumps out at you as you go into your room. And, right in the neck.
That was a knife.
Diego's passed that on the ground.
It's just a trail of the crew just coming in, a pile of them.
I was imagining like tears and wine in a puddle with you.
Is
he
there
injected wine into me.
anything you guys want to do on the trip? I will tell you would get his arm done. And you can.
I would do something the next day when the shift changes.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as I get the arm done, I'm going to wake him up.
Okay. Next shift change. What do you want to do?
Shift change to us or from us?
Whenever, not even us necessarily.
Whenever everyone is
I
up.
want to have everybody up.
Well, there's a perfect time for that. Maybe a sermon.
Choich.
Are you ready for a miracle?
No, do you think all of us are at the sermon?
Yeah.
Well, the crew would go for the first one until they realize.
Instantly realize that
everyone-
What do you mean?
is.
There's a smoke show? I put up lasers, assholes?
We do pass the plate.
Yeah. Hey.
I have no money.
Ask for donations from your own.
It's for the church. It's for the church.
Paid yet.
Yeah.
It is tithe. There's a difference.
To be fair, Dreaming Snow did offer money already, but
Yeah, Dreaming Snow just puts a shitload of
I
gold
just
in
shake
there.
the plate in front of her only.
but yeah,
It's a box in front of the podium, and every so often I just tap it.
If you want to do the service, like everyone
So
would.
I
come
would
to the
coordinate.
service.
I would
mean,
coordinate
obviously-
with Renister then.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think it's a good idea to like play through an entire church sermon, but we can get like the gist of it.
Micah throws away his notes.
Okay, so real quick,
Fine, then.
before your sermon,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say I would like to address the crew. Should I do that before or after your?
You can do it before.
Okay.
Is this an evening service? Morning service?
It would be in the middle because it would be when people are like.
So
Well,
what?
they change
So, like,
at
6
the
p.m.?
6s, so
So
6 p.m. or 6
who's
a.m.
piloting the ship right now?
By 6.
You?
Oh, that's fair. You know what? That's completely
God
fair.
will pilot us.
We put it on cruise. Archie doesn't have religion, right? Right?
Archie would
Sorry, was
wanna
that
come.
offensive?
The spirit, the machine god has called me.
Yeah. Well, also I do want to address everybody.
Yeah.
I guess it could include you, but not really.
Here,
I assume it's-
if you want, I can leave Sulfur down there so you could talk to me.
It would probably be at 6 p.m.
Okay.
You know what?
Boss?
Would that be in
No.
the middle of when I'm supposed to be sleeping?
So you want everyone to be here?
Well, yeah. I'm just gonna talk
fine.
about the mission.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably want a morning service, so you're awake
Let's
during.
do
it.
like 7 a.m.
Okay.
Sulfur is piloting right now.
Okay.
That means we get church coffee. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Out of like the engineering bay walks just a giant copy of Sulfur.
It looks just like you, really.
Yeah,
at
it
this
looks
point.
like me.
Yeah.
Does he walk on
Yeah.
two legs?
When he says giant copy, he means pretty much phosphorus.
Yeah, it's
I heard a
naked,
copy of
just walks out.
sulfur, not copy.
Yeah,
of phosphorus.
correct.
Naked?
The issue is that sulfur looks exactly like phosphorus in rat form. He's just like a literal rat.
I would just give him like that old like coat I used to wear. He would just have that.
Okay, yeah. He goes up to steer.
I try to talk to phosphorus for a bit. That it's actually just
You would
sulfur.
find out immediately.
Phosphorus. I was wondering whenever you're ready with Gil's arm.
Oh, he's not here right now.
Gil's not here right now.
No, the boss.
I pull his coat and see his actual arm that exists. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, forgive me. I pat.
Never seen a rat before.
I've seen my fill.
You're a weird one.
I'm a weird. Okay.
Well, no one's steering the ship, so I gotta go. You
And he
couldn't
runs
upgrade.
up the stairs.
You couldn't upgrade his vocal cords. He just has the same voice.
It wasn't my choice.
Some things never change.
Between you and the book, Phosphorus is in great hands. I walk away.
So the sermon. Everyone's gathered in the common area. Baptiste is serving
Okay, here's-
coffee and breakfast.
Here's the
Before
real
the
question:
sermon.
Yeah.
Who signed up for worship team?
No one.
Not wouldn't I mean Juan Weck, the two
No.
worshippers of his god.
So whoever you like put it up on the chalkboard and someone erased it. You don't know who though.
Those sons of bitches.
Diego
There's a wine stain on.
yeah, Diego wrote erased by Diego.
Oh, I was saying, I'm like, wipe away the chalk.
But yeah.
All of you did it.
So who?
Eat two phosphorus.
Why are you surprised?
I don't know. I just wanted to use that quote.
Fair enough.
I just needed the chalkboard for something.
Just a
Everyone's
top hat picture.
I'll get to that in a minute.
everyone's gathered. Diego.
Everybody. Hello. So, as you know, we have found the fate of the dear Zenode. I'll just skip to the chase. We're going to sell some stuff when we get back to Outpost 1 and pay you. Wait for applause.
Well and Weck like start clapping, then everyone kind of catches on, and there's like a light
There we go. Yes,
applause
yes.
that goes through.
Anyway, so I know that was kind of the mission you guys signed up for, but I believe I speak for all of us when I say that we would like to continue down the path that Zenode had started. We have...
Woo! Beula says.
Okay. I didn't pause there, so you wait for the applause and the interactions. Maybe I should have somebody hold up a sign. Anyway,
I hold up a sign.
that just says "Praise the Lord."
God hates you.
Oh, I flip it around. It says, "Please hold."
There we go. Now you made me lose my spot, Beula. What were we talking about? Oh yes, we have leads. I understand if any of you would like to end our journey together here, but I guess you did sign up to be a crew, maybe not just a mission, but I don't know. Does anybody...
Gil kind of speaks up. So are we? Is this like a yay or nay kind of thing? I'm still in. I feel obligated. I'm getting an arm. I would still want to stay.
It's not like a vote. I mean, it's just like personally, you could just go. But I would kind of like to know ahead of time so I could.
Typically, it's 2 weeks notice, but
plan
a day or
schedules.
two is okay too.
Behind the counter, there's like a tap around your waist, and you just a cup of tea comes around.
Yes.
As Betsy sends you the tea. No one would say no.
Okay. Well, lovely.
Archie does say though, this is confusing, but do I now receive payment?
Would you like payment?
I don't think so. I don't know what I would do with it.
If you see Eamon, you see him like subtly shaking his head,
in the back.
making eye contact with you.
You have like
Yes.
the green visor on and
Yeah.
typing.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. That's it. He doesn't.
These are things we can talk about in our employee review meetings individually.
Yes, wipe the sweat from my brow. Now to my second point of order, because this is a court now. Before we get on to this lovely service, first of all, nobody signed up for the worship team.
Yeah.
You hear there was a worship team?
Yes, it was on the chalkboard.
Someone erased it.
Someone erased it.
I'm going to find whoever did that.
Yes, I cannot believe
You
them.
just have chalk covered hands. We can. We'll help with that.
Oh yeah,
Thank God.
lovely.
I put down my accordion.
That wasn't the point. I do write on. There's just a chalkboard in here now.
Yeah.
I do write. I would like to start taking signups for our first Penumbra talent show.
I walk out and head upstairs.
Okay.
Winner gets a bonus.
We didn't agree to that.
I cast message and whisper. I said, the bonus doesn't have to be money. It's just a bonus. It can be anything.
A bonus, not necessarily money.
Read the fine print.
Yeah. Sure, we'll do a bonus or whatever. I thought maybe people would just sign up because it's fun and it would be nice to get to know each other and things like that. But bonus is cool. Phosphorus, would you like a bonus?
I walk upstairs.
He's gone.
I'll write his name down. I put him down.
I gotta go make sure I gotta make sure Sulfur did just fly us in some random direction.
The only rules are like you can't blow stuff up. So maybe I'll just take Phosphorus off of here.
Good call.
You can't cause anybody any harm. I mean, obvious stuff. And make it a fun talent. Don't make it weird.
I'll work security for the event. And nod to myself, reassuring.
100%. Thress says, when is it?
Well, we can discuss that, but I was thinking the 11th day of last freeze. But I was also thinking maybe we could open up to people at Outpost 1 if they want to join.
I would need time to prepare.
How much time?
Longer than 2 days.
Longer than 2 days. How long do we plan on staying at Outpost 1? How much time do you need?
For a while.
We'll be staying there for a while, so...
We have to get some repairs and things in order.
I assume some of the crew might be working for that, so what if we do it the night before we leave? Whenever that is.
Leave Outpost 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a day later.
To be announced.
I just write TBD
Okay.
on the chalkboard. So-
Jack, please, can we do this at the start of next level?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Because I think that'd be the perfect thing
Yeah.
to go into before you go on this 3
All of my
island
new
journey.
spells are going to be
I
talent
said-
show related.
Yeah. I said it
Yeah.
on that day just because I wanted to have somebody correct me. So,
Played right into your hands. Okay.
Um,
Anything else?
so I think that was all I had. Does anybody else have anything? Any other group messages? Anybody have a thing they want to get off the chest before we get to worship? Whatever.
Nope.
Do we do for future?
I will, of course, be emceeing this event.
I asked Renister, I said, so are we going to be doing potlucks or is it just a Baptiste thing?
For potlucks?
I mean, I've never been to a service that doesn't have potlucks.
Well, I can
afterwards.
cook the baking, of course. That's definitely something in our future. It was, with first and foremost, we need a solid worship team. So let's not get ahead.
Okay,
of
so
ourselves.
you're right.
Look, you have 2 more than you did 3 minutes ago. So,
Okay, the third point.
okay, this is going to get weird. So, anyway, sign up. If nobody signs up, I'm going to make people do it. Anyway, goodbye.
Okay.
And I go.
You're like, everyone needs to participate. You leave the service.
As I turn around, I'm like, thank you, brother. Oh, he's gone.
I guess I'm the only one at the party staying for the service.
I'm not there.
I just look out and at Eamon and I just nod my head
I
slowly.
just hold my coffee cup up like, you're doing good.
I have an extra top hat that I left in a seat.
like a straw version of you.
Sulfur sitting there
anything
posing as
specific?
phosphorus.
Gail will attend.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd hand them the sheet music, of course.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let them play, of course. I mean, I wouldn't be the one leading the singing. I'm the normal pastor, not the worship pastor. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, they'd play.
You're like, I need volunteers to do literally all of it.
The singing part, yeah.
It's
Do you want me up there? Oh, does that see? Oh,
Yes.
Look, Renister knows his limitations. That's why he put the accordion down.
I'm gonna roll a performance check for your 2 for
Okay.
Well and Weck.
You get some shanties
Crafting?
going.
No, it's performance.
Maybe we pick up a musician
12.
or something when we're
Hire a bard, yeah.
Hey, 12's above average.
9.
That's below average.
So it's about as run of the mill you could get.
Could I do anything
it's
to
all
like,
about the passion behind it.
Yeah.
to like convince people around me to like participate? Like even if it's definitely not my thing, but I'll like
Does anyone else
even
walk
like
off?
like nod and hum along or something just to get like this general spirits up.
Yeah, I mean everyone participates.
How many have faces that say we're not going to be here?
Everyone's here because their parents made them come.
Yeah. Their parents, Diego and Phosphorus.
Yeah, one of the 2 that are there roll perception.
I think anyone here that worships a god would probably be interested.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Maybe
all
they're
geared towards
let's,
one god.
Let's get the worship
26.
service thing down.
26, yeah.
Okay.
Let's cut that shit out.
11. Wait, sorry, 14.
Yeah, I mean the general energy is that it's just like this is the first time this is happening. And maybe some people thought it was mandatory. They didn't really know this was like a voluntary thing, but as you to not have this drag on forever.
No, I'll give the logistics of like what happens next.
Yeah.
But not like go full detail in it.
Yeah.
But this part I'll be in character for. Like, oh yes, thank you, Will and Weck, for such short notice. They did a great job. Yes. I would like to kind of, as many of you look either confused or uncertain of what exactly this all is. As you can tell, and if you've talked to any of your fellow crewmates, we all come from different backgrounds of faith, and I don't want my personal faith to be the center stage. This week I will be basically talking about how I came to the faith that I did, and just reading from some scripture that I think is very applicable for our road ahead. But what I would more like this to be is a celebration and a understanding of each other's faiths and positions. So I know this is bold of me to say with how big of a turnout the worship team was, but how I would like this to work is that every week one of you can impart how you found your own faith and how it's impacted your life, or scriptures, or it's free form in that regard. I'll be sort of facilitating, and anyone can approach me if they are feeling so inclined to share, as I know the only 2 here who share my personal belief are Well and Weck.
Beulah raises a hand.
Yes.
Will Diego and Phosphorus be sharing?
That might take a little bit of coercing, but they're not. I don't know that they're much of the religious type.
Okay.
But who knows? You know, the Lord or lords, gods, divines move in mysterious ways. So, but yeah, for the sermon proper, and yeah, I'd basically just talk about how I would be full upfront and honest how I was killed. Okay. hey, I gotta grab him in.
Yeah.
I'm losing him. I gotta grab him with a hook.
So anyway, the dagger slowly
Yeah.
slips between
So
my
people are
rib
starting
cage.
to doze off and then just snap away.
And then you lead in with, so I was murdered. Yeah, and immediately.
This is like I turn the chair around. It's like the I am
like the
second.
pastor's old tricks.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
I am second videos of
Yeah.
just like very moody lighting.
Yeah.
I
For
used
sure.
to be on the mean streets. Yeah, but then I'd probably read from the Book of the Shield, just
Yeah.
protection and all that stuff.
Okay.
But that's essentially the format it would go.
Okay.
Would I roll? I don't know. Do I have to roll for that? Religion?
No,
Something like that?
you could just do that. You're literally reciting mostly your life story and how you found faith, right? I'm not going to make
more
you
so
roll
like
to-
okay. Can I roll perception to see how like everyone kind of felt after that?
100%.
Do we get a circumstance bonus to religion for a day afterwards or anything for going to the service?
Yes.
Sure, but it won't matter because you're not gonna.
We get attacked by a
Well,
god.
this service is going to happen more than once.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it'll never be important. I can. I will make sure of it. No, okay.
Make sure I never
you just
roll
hear
religion.
from the top deck.
There he is, the unwashed heathen.
God's not real.
What'd you get?
Unnatural 20.
Yeah,
God's
after
not real. Both of us literally got cursed by a god.
You get cursed again.
Yeah. The most bold person is an atheist in this world.
after explaining your kind of life story, everyone was kind of on board. Once, as you say, it's kind of a big thing to just drop. I was died and I came back to life or whatever. But the other thing that helped is your explanation of like what this is, because it does seem like a lot of people came into this of it might be a Tezetsios guy being like Tezetsios is really cool.
Here's why you should like him.
Yeah, so
fellow
like
kids.
the opening it up to everybody seems really cool, and at least Beulah immediately would come up afterwards and be like, "Look, I got plans for a sermon," but yeah. Overall, it was pretty good.
Cool.
Beulah does seem
The most.
the most excited. She also seems a little. She wants to she clarifies multiple times when will Phosphorus and Diego be partaking, because she believed, like, she's adamant that they should be a part of this in some way.
I will talk to them and we will see.
Okay.
Might have to lie to them a bit. Not very good at that.
Diego's just up top playing spin the bottle with himself.
Oh, it's me again.
Anything else as you guys make your way back to Outpost 1?
I would
Is the
probably
arm-
throw my name in the hat for you as well for the service.
Oh, that you meant of approval.
Oh no!
Does
I would
any
just say
of the go ahead.
Triad.
Go ahead.
I would just say obviously let the crew go first. But if it seems like there's not that much participation and you're needing someone to do it, let me know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
I
be
can
happy to.
always read more scripture, but I figured this would be more beneficial, so
I'd-
get everyone more, acquainted with each other.
Yeah. I had a pretty profound experience in the recent years, so it'd be good to.
I'm sure
Yeah, I
they'd like
suppose.
to hear that too. Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to also tell your backstory, but don't feel.
So as the swords were slitting the throats of my parents,
So
it was then I realized I need God.
What were you saying, Foster?
Let me tell you what happened. My
Did I
previous.
finish the
career.
arm?
Yeah, Yo can get his new arm attached. You can treat. I won't make you guys roll. You're both incredibly competent at medicine and crafting. You can get the old arm off. Obviously, it's a bit painful for Gil. You can get his wounds treated and healing, and you can get the new arm on. And immediately, he is. I mean, he thought his aim was good before. Let me just say, he was shooting with a -4 circumstance.
Jesus.
Does he seem happier and less in
Oh,
pain?
100%.
His accent's different.
Yeah,
I think we-
100%.
My arm is
Wow.
fixed.
I can fight.
My arm is fixed.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys make it back.
Does any of the party sign up for the talent show?
Yeah, I didn't think of that one.
Someone must have erased it again.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
You sign up for a
There-
service. I sign up for the
There
talent show.
would have been also a similar what's it called? The bread and wine
Communion?
communion. I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the word.
Yeah.
But there's like full loaves of cooked bread, and it's
Okay.
just and I stole a bottle of wine from Diego.
yeah, for sure. 100%.
Communion's just a thing for every belief in this world. There's no reason
I will
behind
say there was probably like a day after Renister and Diego's talk, or maybe 2 days,
Mhm.
where Diego at night just kind of quietly went and put the wine bottles back on the shelf.
Okay.
So I just
without
got it from the
anybody-
normal place.
Yeah.
the wine cellar. we
Because
have on the
otherwise
ship.
it's just in my sleeves.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm imagining you like putting them away, just reaching in, pulling one out, reaching in, pulling
yeah,
one
it
out.
takes all night.
Shake your sleeve, one more falls out at the end.
Yeah, you guys would make it back a little past midday on the 11th day of last freeze. I will say Beulah that entire time was working on stuff. She says roughly she thinks she hasn't been sleeping much. She thinks roughly she's about halfway to figuring out that the first one, the crescent-shaped one, she's got about half of the ground covered map-wise. So she's about halfway to narrowing it down.
Okay.
She did a quick once-over. It does not seem like any of these are already discovered. but further in-depth looking might change things. But yeah. She did that for most of all of her shifts over those days. Yeah. And a little extra. Because you're basically like, we're doing your heroes, we're fulfilling his life goal. We need your help with this. And she was like, who needs to sleep when I can do that?
So you're saying we got the loyalty of 2 members right now? Like secured.
Who?
Gil and Beulah.
Yeah. And Archie.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, things could change.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is still
Don't
on the fence, but the talent
just-
show might win her over.
She was the first one to talk about the talent show. I'm
Correct,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Just you wait. I'll work my magic.
Yeah, this is your
Jesus.
time. Diego would spend the time trying to hype up the fact that this is your time to impress Thress so you could be on the talent show.
Alrighty. We finally come to the first chunk of downtime for Season 3. After arriving back at Outpost 1 around noon of the 11th day of last freeze, everyone gets to work restocking and unloading the mithril, which turns out to be worth a good chunk of gold, 10,000 gold to be exact. And they do sell all the mithril, including the Clockwork Construct's cannon arms. Ultimately, the group figures they're better suited using the gold for non-combat upgrades at the moment, instead of a pair of cannons. Now, originally my plan was for the crew to be paid in percentages of the total gold the Penumbra brings in. I realized that is a crazy, stupid idea. Not only would it drastically reduce the total gold the party gets to spend on the Penumbra and themselves, it also makes zero sense in world. Beulah or Gil or Baptiste or really any of the crew don't benefit from crazy big payouts. I don't even know what they'd use the gold for. So I reworked everything, and now the crew gets a flat amount of gold paid to them every time the Penumbra makes money. In total, that amount is 1,100 gold pieces, with the more experienced and capable of the crew costing more to keep on. There's also a flat 1,000 gold taken from every payout for basic upkeep of the Penumbra. Since we don't really track food, water, or any other supplies, this cost simply represents restocking anything that's been used and keeping the Penumbra in tip-top shape. With all that being said, let's get into the 8 days of downtime, starting on the 12th day of last freeze and going to the 19th. Phosphorus, as head engineer, gets to work upgrading the Penumbra. Along with the help of the engineers, he crafts a lesser band of power for the Sky Shard engine. If you don't remember, bands are thin strips of mithril intricately inscribed with magic sigils. They float around the Sky Shard engine, amplifying it in all sorts of ways. A band of power increases the bulk a ship can carry, with the lesser band of power providing a 20 bulk increase. Now that takes 4 days, after which Phosphorus and the engineers get to work on another ship upgrade, turning the giant Blitz orb they took from Zenode's ship into a heating system for the Penumbra. With several pipes and tubes running Blitz all throughout the vessel, the frigid climate of the Bedouin Isles has become much less of a worry. And in the evenings, while Phosphorus isn't working on those upgrades, he heads to Mick's hut and learns a handful of new spells from him. Renister stays busy doing whatever manual labor is needed. At the request of Diego, he checks in on Uchido. She's about to enter Shun, the home country of the Shuni that's located west of Loklai. She has a job at a coastal town there, though she's still a ways out from her destination. During the evenings and nights, when there's not much to do, Renister makes it his mission to spend as much time with Thress and Gil as he can. His time with Thress often takes the form of silent nights spent in Pyoko's drink. She's not a very talkative person, and Renister knows this. He's more than happy to simply be her company. With Gil, it's a lot of swapping stories of battles past. As the only crew member solely dedicated to security, Renister wants to make sure himself and Gil will have no troubles relying on each other in the heat of combat. Eamon spends the first few days reading through some of Zenode's work that Beulah is kind enough to lend him. And through Ard, he gets word back to Saigo of her grandfather's passing. He also speaks with Archy in more detail about Zenode's research, as well as making sure he's doing okay. He seems to be, and has taken a particular liking to Dreaming Snow. Her calming presence is a comfort for a newly sentient being as himself. A few mornings in, however, Eamon awakens with Blightburn sickness coursing through him, a sharp pain in his gut, blood-filled coughs, and a cold fever. Though it only lasts a day or two, thanks to the help of Phosphorus's vaccine and his own medical expertise. After he's back on his feet, he spends his days meditatively reaching out to the Old One. As is routine by now, he doesn't get too much, only a subtle shift of the wind, though he does manage to reshape some of his magic into different spells he feels will better suit the trials ahead. And of course, ever the smooth talker, every evening Eamon hangs out with the crew, keeping an eye out for any friction between crew members, which he finds between Beulah and Thress. As bunkmates and two very, very different people, they aren't exactly the best of friends, though both ladies are aware of this and it isn't causing any actual problems. During the majority of the downtime, Diego keeps up with the crew, getting to know everyone a bit better and making sure they're all doing okay. With the engineers busy, Diego gets Gil to make a loft in his top hat for Gel. Now Gil knows his way around a gun, but he's no practiced craftsman, and it takes a full 4 days before he puts together anything worth keeping. Still, his finished project has both Gel and Diego satisfied. During the engineers' lunch breaks, Dreaming Snow often joins Diego for tea, where they talk about many things, but focus in on Archy, both of them wanting to make sure he's doing okay. And he is, for the most part, especially now that he's back to work and has plenty keeping him busy. Now, along with his general mingling with the crew, Diego prepares for the talent show. And by prepare, I mean he tells Pyoko they'll be having it in her drink and reminds everyone, including all of Outpost 1, to sign up and display their talents. Speaking of which, here's who signs up. Baptiste, who requests to go first as he'll be cooking, Thress, Pyoko, Mick, Dreaming Snow and Weck as a pair, and Gil, Archy, and Beulah as a trio, with Phosphorus, Eamon, and Renisteer serving as the competition's judges. Now I'm going to touch on a quick couple downtime things that don't involve any of the guys. Beulah is hard at work tracking down the islands on the tablet, and with the help of Thress, she pinpoints a 100-mile stretch of uncharted sky where the crescent-shaped volcano island most likely resides. That island is said to have the apparatus, though it's a 400-mile journey to even get to that stretch of sky from Outpost 1, plus the Penumbra will then have to search the area until they find the island. After that, she gets to work pinpointing the island that's 2 land masses connected by a thin strip of land where the Codex is located, though she makes little progress before downtime is up. Clearly, she's a very busy halfling at the moment, what with her poring over maps constantly and keeping up her physical fitness routine with Renisteer, which unfortunately means she's had little time to dive into the Book of Alchemy Phosphorus gave her. With the help of Dreaming Snow, Archy has the key slot in his back removed, and asks Eamon for his key back, which he then buries with Synode, which Bogue takes care of, burying his corpse within the stone of Outpost 1, marking his burial spot with a modest headstone. A service is then planned for the morning after the talent show, and the next episode will begin on the night of the 19th of Last Freeze, with everyone ready to showcase their talents. And after the morning service the next day, the Penumbra will set out towards uncharted skies. What dangers await them on this island? Will they even be able to find it? What exactly is the apparatus? And what sorts of talents will the crew show off? All of this and more, next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.